The other week on one of the videos, I said there was no good films in the 60s, and even though I was joking, I've been thinking about it, and I've decided to come up with some of my favourites. One of the first that sprang to mind was Alfred Hitchcock's The Bird, starring Tippi Hedren. And it's one of those just great classic monster movies where animals turn evil. I personally love it, but I always feel it's a bit of a shame that people watch films like that and then go, "Ooh, birds are evil, let's scare them off or chase them when you're in the street." But one of my strongest memories about The Bird is when I worked here at Allied Bakery, cooking the bread and everything. We were watching it in the break room, and when it got to the ending, loads of people were like, "Oh, that's stupid," and I'm surprised it just all kicked off and I slapped everyone in the face like the Three Stooges. But another one of my classic stories to do with this place is when I was working here once. I had to do loads of staff training that I wasn't getting no extra pay for, and I said to my supervisor, "Oh, I'm sick of this," and he said, "Do you want the job or not?" And I said, "No, I don't," and I just walked the hell out of there.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Another one of my favourite films growing up, and not just one of my favourites, my entire family's favourite film growing up. My mum loved this movie, my two nieces, one 6-week holiday, put it on every single day. And one of my all-time favourite memories is when me and my dad watched it in this old people's home where he lived, and we got drunk and we was watching The Sound of Music.
It's you we want, not them.
Put that down.
Not another move, or I'll shoot.
It's really awesome. Some great songs. And can you believe Julie Andrews defeated the Nazis? Wicked. Seen this film countless times, and I've walked down this hill countless times, and it's a very important location to do this film. It's H.G. Wells' The Time Machine.
At first, I pushed the lever forward ever so slightly, and the laboratory grew faint around me.
It's obviously where he builds a time machine and he goes on loads of adventures, and you see what happens in the future, and everything all goes to hell in a handbasket, which is a phrase I don't normally say. But why this location is pertinent to H.G. Wells is H.G. Wells used to live just up the road there, and it leads into Hanley, Stoke-on-Trent, and he wrote a story called The Cone, where you could see the bright red skies lit up by all the furnaces making pottery in the potteries. Behind me is the Telephone Exchange building, which always makes me think of one of my favourite telephone-based horror movies, I Saw What You Did. Great William Castle movie about these two teenage girls that are going through the phone book and phoning people up saying, "I know who you are and I saw what you did."
I know who you are, and I saw what you did.
Who is this?
And they just do it to a few people and they think, "Oh, it's quite funny." But they accidentally phoned somebody who's just murdered the wife, and he says, "Okay, if you know who I am, I'm going to come get you." And so they start getting dead paranoid, and it's this really good, like, mystery thriller. Awesome filming. Check it out. Another film from the 60s. This one is one of my all-time favourite films. Probably as close to a perfect film as you can get. It's George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead. It's like such a high concept film in a way. It was written as a story that eventually became a trilogy and a whole series of movies. It's set in an abandoned farmhouse, and the dead start rising from the grave. If you've seen any zombie film or TV show or computer game in the last 60 years, it's probably been influenced by Night of the Living Dead. There's actually loads of 60s films that are like. Some of them are pictured here. And let's go to the comment lever, see if I've been left any nice comments this week. Just having a Coke, Loch style. And here's one for you. What do you think of these paper straws? Not bad. So, here's a fun fact for you. In 1967, they prototyped IMAX for the first time. This one's from Ravi Abbott. Wonder if he's any relation to Russ. Love your channel, mate. Epic stuff. There's so many cinemas gone in my local city. Yeah, it's been a bit like that around here, to be honest. I mean, still pretty lucky really, got an independent cinema and 3 chain cinemas, but yeah, every other cinema used to be a building. Every other building used to be a cinema around here, so yeah, a bit of a shame. And in 1960, fellow David Duchovny was born. This one is from Ponzac. Go live, you know speaking English f***. Well, I might be a lot of things on that list, but I can actually speak English, so that puts me in the vast majority of people, although that's not true. And can you believe, in 1969, Arnold Schwarzenegger's first film, Hercules in New York, came out?
Because I was her.
Terminator 6. This one's from Hadik Hamzah. Well, this is going to be a political hot potato here. It's Hanjiang Dari Tadi Homong. And talk about speaking English. I don't speak whatever language that was. Thank you to everybody that commented. Hope everyone has a good week out there, and till next time, keep it locked.
Thanks for watching The Legends of Cherry Hill. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing.